Good afternoon, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatches Network. Tonight is Wednesday night, so it's time for Wednesday Q&A. The students are ready. They have their questions ready. I'm ready. And we can answer some of these questions. Let's get this show on the road. Let's go ahead and start sharing our screen. There we go. Now everybody can see what I see. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So who's up first?
Hey, Calvin, it's Ernest.
Hey, Ernest, what's up?
Hey, quick question. As far as calling your carriers, did you say the weekend was a good time, or are they trying to rest?
Weekend is a great time to call carriers, because normally if you're looking on like Truckers Path or Once You Big Old Boy and you're in the truck locator, a lot of times you're calling the truck driver, the person that's actually in the truck. And if you're calling them on the weekend, that's a great time, because somebody's got me on an echo. I don't know if you have a phone on and you have the computer on, but you need to turn one of them off because it's giving a loop feedback. Okay? Gregory King.
I turned it off.
All right, there we go. Okay, all right. So what happens is, on the weekends, it's a great time to give them a call. Why? Because they're shut down for reset. Because not very many shippers are open on the weekend, so they're not really running. They're just sitting there at the truck stop, and they're either in their truck or they're in the where. They're in the truck stop watching TV or something. So that's a great time to give them a call. So then they actually have more free time to do what? Engage in your conversation. Not worried about them being backed up to a loader or trying to unload, or there's really no excuse for them not to take your call and to go ahead and be able to grant you your audience. Okay?
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, Calvin, I have a question. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. The question I have is, how do the carriers usually sign the rate con sheet? Do they have some kind of electronic signature, or should we have that?
Well, usually if they're gonna sign your rate con sheet, okay, I use DocuSign. Okay, there's quite a few different things out there, but DocuSign is probably the most popular. Why? Because the other person on the other end does not have to have DocuSign. You send someone a DocuSign document, it's going to go to their email. All they got to do is click on it, bam, sign it, send it back to you. They don't have to download anything or anything of that nature. Okay? So that's usually one way. That's the way I do it, because that's the best way. Now, you can also send them something through an e-fax. Okay? So hold on one second. I'm getting a bunch of feedback and it's really irritating me. Hold on, see if I can get that. Oh, I see here I got two. What's called on here. I don't know how that happens. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. Let's see if I can. There we go. All right. The background noise is coming from Mr. King's. I guess you're in your truck or something, because it's a whole lot of background noise. It's like a big echo. But you can also use some type of e-fax. The one that I like, I'm going to go ahead and pull one up for you. The one that I like is called Send a Fax. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, we see it.
The one that I like is called Send a Fax. Okay. Online faxing. Where is that? It's not eFax. There it is. It's called SenderFax. Where is it? I just missed it. Not Go Free Fax. I had it in the back office one time. Okay, Go Free Fax. Actually, but it's one that's called SenderFax. I think it's what it's called. Okay, it was like $4 and some change is what it was. I have to find it because I had it in the chat group, and I had sent it to a whole bunch of people, and was letting y'all know that you can use this one.
I think you said senderfax.to.
I think it was something like that. Senderfax.to. I thought. Yeah, .to.
I think that's what you said. There it is.
Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. It's called senderfax.to. That's it right there. This is the one that I like. Okay. Let's pause this. Okay, yeah, let's remind me tomorrow. I'm not doing it right now. But this was pretty good. They give you 30 days, free. Click here to try it now for 30 days free. So you get 30 days free trial. The pricing, yeah, this is it. For the basic one, it's $4.95. Okay, you get 100 pages per month. Okay, send and receive faxes, dedicated fax number. Additional pages are just 5 cents. So that's pretty good. And then you got the most popular one, which you send the fax. That's called the Light for personal. It's $5.95. You get 500 pages a month. That's a lot of pages, y'all. You can send a whole bunch of stuff, 500 pages. You know what I mean? Send and receive faxes, dedicated fax number, additional pages, just 5 cents per page. Okay? And then you have what? The $9.95 for heavy users. You must be signing up a whole bunch of carriers because you're going to be sending a lot of paperwork. Now, in this business, you do send a lot of paperwork. So, the ideal one to have is probably going to be just 500 pages to 1,000 pages. Okay, because you are going to be sending a lot of paperwork. If you're steady booking freight, you're going to be sending the rate confirmation sheet. First of all, the first thing you're going to see is what? Your dispatch agreement, along with the profile page. Then you got to send them what? Rate confirmation. When you find them a load, whatever it may be. Then you got to send it back to you. Then you got to send and receive what? Once you get that back, you got to send and receive what? The BOL. When you get that, then you got to send the stuff out. Then on top of that, you got to send all that stuff back over to the broker. So you're basically, with every transaction, you're doing the same stuff 4 times. You're sending it to and receiving, and then and that's to the carrier. Then you're sending it to what? The broker. So you're basically sending the same thing at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, on every transaction. So those faxes can add up. Okay, those pages can add up. So 500 pages sounds like a lot, which it is. But remember, you have a lot of your whole business is surrounded around sending what? Your paperwork. Now, the way you can make this last longer is a new one. It's combined both what? The send a fax or some type of e-fax along with what? DocuSign. Right?
Right.
Exactly. So I like to use DocuSign for whenever you got to sign something. Okay? I like that because it's quick. It's electronic, you know, and it's a snap. Okay. Send the fax is when you're sending information, not necessarily stuff that's got to be signed. Where people say, okay, well, I need to copy this, I need to copy that, or shoot me a copy of this and shoot me a copy of that, you know, or something like that. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
And we can.
All right.
And our sub dispatchers can use the same. We just share it with them, and they use it too.
Yeah. But remember, you're only going to get that many pages. So if you're sharing it with your sub dispatchers, you're only going to get that many pages. Now, DocuSign, you can't really share that. I mean, you can, but this, when you send it from wherever you, because if you send a DocuSign, right, and you're sharing your DocuSign account, you're going to be the only person that's going to be able to sign it, right?
Okay.
And the person you're sending it to, you can't have someone else to send the DocuSign document, and if they're supposed to sign it, it's not going to have their signature. It's going to have your signature.
Okay.
Because it's your account, and you're just clicking on sign. You see what I'm saying? All you do is you're clicking it, and it says, you know, it's going to have your signature already there, stored in your account. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't really share a DocuSign account, you know, with multiple users. Okay. Now, I think you can sign up for an upgraded DocuSign where you can. Let's see if you can. Get one that can be shared with multiple people. Let's see here. DocuSign's official site. Let's see what DocuSign. Overnight texting. Who uses DocuSign and why we love it? Let's see. Yes. Top brands. DocuSign anywhere from any device. Okay, nothing, no overnighting faxes, more secure. Can't really, they don't give you a whole lot of information that you can go and just look at before you send them this little thing here. I guess that's when everybody knows what DocuSign is and how it works, right? I don't see anything here where you can go and look, check it out. You go and give you all the information, right? Here, let's try that. Let's try this little thing right here and see what this does. Free trial. Here we go. There we go. Free trial. Save money, time, and trees. Let's see if the DocuSign or DocuSign Dreamforce. Looks like there's only one. Oh, here's one right here. See how the DocuSign agreement cloud for Salesforce automates the entire agreement process. Let's check that out. See if that maybe have an answer for us as far as using DocuSign for Salesforce. DocuSign at Dreamforce, separate cloud, meeting. This is more like a, okay, customize and configure DocuSign for Salesforce. Developers and administrators can earn prizes in our Trailhead booth while learning how to customize our new products, take hands on courses and adopt DocuSign. This is not really addressing the question that I had. You probably want to call, I'm thinking you can get a version of this where you can have more than one person that can use it, which I'm thinking, but it's not very clear. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't really address that,
right?
Which would seem like something that you would want to address. Let's try it here. have an e-signature plan, have a real estate plan, and have an API plan, and a contact sales. DocuSign, Agreement Cloud, electronic signature, contract lifecycle management, DocuSign, integration.
If she has a phone, she can download the app, and then it tells you more, and then you can log in it from any device that you have. Because I have DocuSign on my phone, and then I can pull it up on my computer too. Because you sign into your account.
I mean, but what I'm trying to figure out is if I think the question that she was asking is if she has a sales force, right? You have a bunch of agents, right?
Right.
Is that the question you're asking? If you have a bunch of agents,
yes.
Can all of your agents use your DocuSign account and be able to sign things themselves as well as the client sign things?
Right.
Because I've never tried to share mine, and I just know when I click on my DocuSign and my signature's already loaded up in there. All I do is click, I just touch it, bam, and it signs. You know what I mean? On my end. Now,
Well, can her sub-dispatchers just open up their own, because when they're sending documents, they're going to be sending it to that dispatcher anyway. So
yeah, I understand that. Right. Yeah, but her question was, can they use her same DocuSign? Can they use her account to sign their own things?
Yes.
So, you sure about that?
Yeah, when you sign up, yes, because I just went to, when you go in to sign up for it, it asks about the questions about the industries and how many employees you have.
Oh, yeah, I see it right here. Company, your employees, so I guess you can put down there, yeah. So there's your answer. Good eye. Okay. I signed up for this so long ago, I don't even remember what I put here. I just went in and just signed up for it and said, yeah, let's go for it. When I signed up for it, I know it was when we were a brokerage firm. So I know I signed up for something that had more than 50, probably more than 50 employees. But at the time, that was like 3.5 years ago. I've had it for a minute. And, so I just go in and click sign and every time I click sign, my signature always just pop right up. Bam, it's there. So I guess you're right. Yeah, you can share it depending on which type of account you set up. Okay, I'm evaluating it for my business. Yep, there you go right there. Personal use document today. So yeah, you can kind of go in and customize this where you can use it to share with your personnel. Okay.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Power of networking. All right. Everybody else have a question?
And another one you can use is a sign request.
Yeah. There you go. No, so what's called sign request?
Sign request.
Okay. But that's another one. I don't know about that one personally, but I do know about DocuSign. Right. Or how easy it is, using things sign. All right. Next question.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do we go about when we get requested, maybe finding dedicated runs or whatever? How do you go about that?
How do you go about finding dedicated runs or requesting dedicated runs?
Both.
Okay.
Either one.
Dedicated runs is here's your best way to find dedicated runs. Hold on. Go back to that. I've seen y'all do that already. All right. Let's do resources. Okay. Here's your best way to find dedicated runs. If you're looking for true dedicated runs, okay, you gotta make a phone call. You just gotta. You gotta talk to brokers. You gotta talk directly to the shipper. Okay, you gotta talk directly to the person who owns that load. All right, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get your owner-operator, your carrier, in a position where where the shipper is expecting that same carrier to pick that load up every day or every other day and run it to the same place, all week. Okay? So the only way you're going to do that, and when you do that, that means you got to do some type of contract with that load provider. You're gonna have to enter your carrier in, and it's gonna have to be some type of dedicated contract that they're gonna have to sign. Because it's gonna have rules as far as what they can do. Sometimes they come with stuff like, you can't make more than X number of stops, or you can't, whatever. You can't leave the load unattended overnight. It must have, the temperature must be this much. Your reefer fuel gauge can't go past half full. It must stay, at least half full at all times. This load requires 2 drivers. 1 driver must remain in the truck at all times. The load is never to be left unattended. There's all different types of stuff. Now, that's not the case on all of them, and all those stipulations won't apply to every one of them. But when you're dealing with dedicated freight, you have certain stipulations that you have to agree to, and that you have to sign off on. And your best way of doing that is just calling them up. You're gonna have to go in. Okay, this is one of the ways you do it. You're gonna have to go in. You're gonna have to find the brokers that normally have dedicated freight. And if you're looking for a broker that normally has dedicated freight, you gotta go with some of your privatized brokers. They handle a lot of the privatized loads. I'm talking about somebody like Warner. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on Warner. We're just gonna show you how to do this. There's no portal or anything that you're gonna use each time, but basically you're gonna contact you're gonna go to the Warner load board. You're gonna call up one of the Warner brokers. Simple as that, right? There you are. You're on that load board. You're gonna pick one of them, and you can want to call up several of you guys. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna find a load. And preferably if you're just looking for something in a certain area, you kind of want to go look at a load that's in that area. Okay, let's say if you're in El Paso, something going to Phoenix, you kind of want to get something going on that line, or you're looking for something that's doing out of and around El Paso area. You're basically gonna come in here and you're gonna call this number. You're gonna call them up, and you're gonna ask to speak, and you're gonna talk to the broker who has this load posted. Now you're gonna give him a reference number, of course, so that's what he's gonna ask for. But you're basically gonna say, actually, what I'm calling about, and who am I speaking with? You're gonna say who you speak with. What I'm really trying to find out is this: I am a owner-op business manager. I have several carriers that are running out of the El Paso area, out of the Texas area. What I'm really trying to find out: do you have any dedicated freight that you have available for a very dependable owner-operator that they can run multiple loads each week? That's basically all you're going to do. And that's how you're going to start your conversation off with. And look, brokers will find that refreshing, and they welcome those types of calls. Why? Because if they see that you are, first of all, you're describing yourself as what? An owner-op business manager. Okay? You're not just calling up, hey, I'm a dispatcher with some dedicated loads. So a lot of times when they hear dispatchers with dedicated loads, they might be thinking, listen, I don't know who's going to run these loads, right? But if they hear that you are an owner-op business manager, right? So you're trying to get the same owner-operator to run that load all week long, run that same load, And that way that broker knows that now if he can get an owner operator on that same load and run that load, all week long, that's one load that he doesn't have to worry about fulfilling.
Right.
So he knows because he has a carrier in place that is going to be there. They know the procedure. They're going to be there one time, pick the load up, and that's what he can kind of just put on his books, automatic.
Right.
Each week. Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's your best way of setting up dedicated freight.
Okay. What kind of a rate should I be looking for that kind of a dedicated thing?
Well, now remember, you're not a broker.
Well, I understand that. I know.
Yeah.
But,
so I mean, you're gonna be looking for the rate. You're gonna be looking for a counter rate that your carrier has already told you that they can live with. Right?
Right. Okay.
Most times on dedicated freight, if it's short runs, the rate is paying pretty good. Okay? And since you can run multiple runs, the carrier can make good money that whole week on the accumulation of running those loads, on running the accumulation of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
Because if it's a load that's and if it's running, 900 miles, right, but it's only paying $900, that's what you might want to stay away from, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Well, if it's running a couple hundred miles, 300 miles, you're making $900 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're running 300 miles and it's paying, $600. Yeah, paying $650, $600, $600 or better. That's great because you can run two of them.
Right.
Because it's a 6 hour, and you can run them each day. Rule of thumb is if you can walk away with $500 a day, you're doing good as an operator.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean that's not great rate. But that's you making a profit. So think about it.
Yeah.
5 days a week, $500 a day. What are you looking at?
$2,500.
Okay. That's if you can clear 500. Now I don't mean just run $500 loads. If you can clear 500 a day, that's what you're walking away with.
Right.
And if you can do that and stay within your area and be able to go home every night, that's even better.
Exactly. If not every night, every other night maybe.
Yeah, but that's even better. Now, but my goal in looking for a dedicated freight, I try to find stuff that they can run. I try to look for really, really short loads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for what I consider as dedicated freight. I'm looking for those that's going like 30 miles, 60, 70 miles. No more than 150 miles.
Right.
Because if you find a load that's running about 35 miles, it's probably paying about $300.
Or more.
Right?
Yeah.
That's about $3 something or better per mile. Then if they run that load, guess what? If you can find them another load that's picking up from that area or in and around that area that's going maybe 50 or 60 or 100 miles, right? If it's going 100 miles, that load might be paying $450 or $500 or $600.
Right.
So then they can go and pick that load up too and run it.
Right.
So now they made what? 3 and 6. They're sitting on what? $900.
Listen.
And they still got time to do what? Either head on back home or pick up a load and run it back home.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you try to find those very, very, very short loads that run you in a circle. That's what you're looking for. A load that runs you here, then a load that picks up there and runs you, here, and then one that runs you back.
Yep.
For your original start point. That's what you have to do. You try to find those loads that run you in a circle.
The guy, he's up in, he's out of town, Pennsylvania, so that's a good area for it.
Oh, yeah. Good area for short runs, paying good money.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question.
I wanted to ask about the I think you say accessorial fees, like the lumper fees, and just what should we see in the rate confirmation sheet that should already outline, you know, what the carrier will be paid for, and what should we ask about that is not necessarily in the rate confirmation sheet?
Okay, a lot of times when you get your rate confirmation sheet, if you don't see it, a lot of times you won't have that in your rate confirmation sheet. This is just something that you just got to know to ask that broker before you sign that rate confirmation. But when you first start talking to that broker, you know about that load. Okay, you call them up. Hey, I got a carrier that's interested in the load number, blah 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 blah. That's the time you need to bring it up right in there. See, but he's not like, oh yeah, that load picks up such and such, goes such and such, and is paying this much money. Now, that's your time to ask some inquiring questions. Okay? What is your lumper fee policy? Oh, well, we'll take care of lumper fees, and we'll pay up this much amount of money. They're not going to divulge that stuff unless you ask about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because if they can get away without you addressing it, that means they don't have to pay it legally, right?
Okay.
So that's the time for you to address that when you first contact them. You know, and you're asking them, you know, about the load, okay? And then that way, when the carrier says, okay, I keep that load, you say to them, make sure that your rate confirmation has your lumper fee policy in there, or your lumper fee stipulations in there. You know, also, that's also time to discuss what else. Anybody?
Detention.
Exactly, detention. If a driver has to wait more than what? 2 hours. How much are y'all willing to pay on detention fee for his time being parked there for more than 2 hours? If we know that. Okay? So that's when you want to bring that up. And this is one of the reasons why owner operators need an owner business manager. Okay? A lot of times owner operators, they're very good when they're grabbing loads. That may not be part of their normal conversation.
Okay.
Are there other things that we need to be asking about that we wouldn't necessarily know? Like, what about the truck order not used or anything else? Are we gonna go down?
Well, you want to know what type of. You always want to ask your what's called, are there any special instructions that the shipper requires? Are there any special requirements that the shipper requires? Like the truck must be, like your doors must be open when you pull up, your tandem must be slid all the way back, the trailer must be clean and free of all debris. If it's not clean, they can refuse to load, right?
Okay.
And, you know, is there a certain window of time that carrier needs to be there to pick that load up? If it's not within that window, they gotta wait until tomorrow, you know, or the load will be canceled or whatever the case may be. So, you know, these are little things that you just normally you're gonna have to learn to just make that part of your conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Next question.
Well, if nobody else, I don't want to take over.
Well, they're not talking. You talk.
Mr. Cameron, would the detention fee only apply to like the lumber loads, or can that apply to any load?
No, the detention fee because any truck that's been backed up there for more than 2 hours. I mean, I drove a drive-in and reefer, and I mean, sometimes I was getting, you know, $250 per hour for anything over 2 hours.
And you mean like taking them that long to unload the trailer?
Yeah.
Like
load or unload.
Like the load's supposed to be there at 4 and you there, and then the driver's still sitting there at 6 waiting to be unloaded.
Yeah, if you're sitting there for anything longer than 2 hours, okay, it takes longer than 2 hours from your appointment time to the time they start to unload your truck. You should be getting detention pay. So there have been cases where I pulled up and I was supposed to be there, let's say at 8 a.m. in the morning, right? And I'm there 8 a.m. backed up, 7:45 I'm backed up. I'm in there, my paperwork is in, and I'm sitting there until 12 o'clock before they even start unloading my truck.
Well, I have another question that's kind of along those lines. If you are trying to plan out your, pre-book for the week, how do you know how much time to give for loading and unloading so that you can plan where you're not, you didn't give enough time to load or unload and now you're behind on your whole week?
You just got to be average out. That's where experience comes in and knowledge. You can also, and here again, you can ask. A lot of times too, you can ask other brokers. Remember, a lot of times the brokers know about these loads because he had this load done before. So, you can always ask brokers, say, if you know, do you know about how long it takes them to get the truck loaded and unloaded with this shipper?
Okay.
And a broker would happily answer those questions. They may something like, well, they ship it, they work pretty fast. As long as you're there on time, they usually have, they usually get to you within an hour, and they have you loaded, within an hour and a half to 2 hours. Rule of thumb on any load, give yourself about a 2-hour window.
Okay.
That's why your what's called starts at 2 hours. All right? That's why your detention pay always starts at 2 hours. So you should be giving yourself a 2-hour window. Hold on, y'all. I gotta grab something. I feel like my blood sugar is getting out of hand. Give me a second.
Does anybody know what we need to do with that guy that we got the dedicated loads for that $500 a day? Is that it for him for the day, or are we looking for other loads for him? Does anybody know?
If all possible, it's good to get a load for $500 a day. You can always try to find other loads to go with that load, if possible. You want to be able to, you want to try to keep them busy as they want to be.
I think,
it's going to depend on how much drive time that they have left in the day, to drive.
Okay.
But the 500 a day, I think he put it as a minimum.
Uh-huh.
So it gives you an option to, with your travel, your hours of time of driving, to where they can make more money, and you can make more than your 10%. Because you don't want to hurt the driver in that seat. So it's just keeping the driver happy. And if they can take home 500, then that gives them a good pay week, and they can just keep.
So on that same question that the young lady asked about how much the accountant say was a good
all right, everybody.
per load?
I apologize. Okay. I was a little high. Around 154. My blood sugar, so I was a little high. Anytime, and I can normally tell when it gets 150. I feel kind of really hot and flustered. So I'm gonna go long walk after this Q&A. That's really the only thing that brings it back down when it's high like that. I actually just have to just exercise. Use my my fans, get my blood flowing off my muscles, and that usually brings it back down. So it was just a little high. Ideally, it needs to stay around 79 to 100, but when it gets above like 150, I'll feel it. Okay, and when it drops below, when it drops below 70 or 65, I'll feel it. Okay, but it's a different feeling from high to low. If it's low, I feel lightheaded, like I'm about to pass out. If it's high, I feel hot and flustered, and my feet and fingers start to tingle. So I was feeling that tingling, and I was feeling a little hot and flustered. I think it must be high, and it was. Anyway, next question. Hello?
I guess I'll ask.
Did I ask your question?
Yes.
First of all, did I answer the last question?
Yes, you said to give a 2-hour window for loading and unloading, just to be on the safe side.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. Next question.
Would you want to give like anywhere between 2 to 4 hours in between loads? That way, at least that much.
No, not 4 hours. I would say on average, give yourself a window of 2 hours to get loaded or unloaded. Okay. So let's say if you've got a carrier that's dropping off a load at and you're supposed to be there at 9 a.m. drop that load off. All right. If you're trying to schedule another pickup, right, give yourself at least 2 hours to get unloaded. Then you got to give yourself time to get to where the next pickup, right?
Right.
So you got to calculate if the next pickup is what. If it's 50 miles away, it's going to take you what to get there?
An hour.
Exactly, hour to hour and 20 minutes. So you're going to give yourself a total time of what? 3 hours and 20 minutes, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
And if you see yourself pushing it close, and here's another thing. When you're scheduling these type of things, right, try to push for a big window. Like when I was doing multiple pickups during the day, when I was talking with the broker and the shippers, because you're gonna have all the information, right? Try to negotiate a big window. Say, look, I've got a carrier who's gonna be picking up a load here in Tallahassee, Florida, at 4:30 this morning, so he'll be leaving out of there probably around about 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and he's gonna be heading up to Live Oaks, right? So it's gonna take him It's only 30 miles. It's going to take him, what? About an hour, right? It'll take him about an hour to get up there. So he's probably going to leave here. He's probably going to leave Tallahassee about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So he'll probably be there around about what? 9 or 10 o'clock. All right? So 9 or 10 o'clock. If he gets there, this is how I like to put it. If he can get there before 11 o'clock, can he still pick that load up? Okay. Now, what have you done? You basically just asked for a big window. Yeah, you just asked for some Christian time. That's what big window.
Yep.
And sometimes carriers say, yeah, as long as you're there to pick it up before 5 o'clock, you're good. So some of them will give you an all-day window. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're there before 3 o'clock, he's good. As long as you're there before 1 o'clock, he's good.
You're good, right.
So that's what you do. Now, just because it says that, don't tell the driver, hey, you got until 1 o'clock, man.
No, right, but
you tell the driver to get there as soon as you can, and then I may have something else for you.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
So that's why you are the business manager. You are the planner. Right. So you have to plan.
Yep.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, next question.
I'm going back to what you asked about when you were answering Ron's question about the dedicated freight. Can you tell me again what you said about what is a good cents per mile on that?
For dedicated freight?
Right.
My answer was whatever your carrier has stipulated that they need. I mean, there is no set answer for a dedicated freight. Okay, I mean, because remember, what's your job? What did you tell your owner operator when you told him, look, if you sign up with me, if you sign up with me, my job is to do what?
Manage your truck, manage your business, manage your freight.
And to do what? Get you the loads that's paying the kind of money that you want and need. Right. So when you send that profile sheet, if that profile sheet says that for loads that's running, that's why we put on there under 500 miles and above 500 miles. You start to see why we always ask that question. So if you figure out short, dedicated runs, more than likely those are going to be under 500-mile runs, right?
Right.
So you're going to defer to what? That question on the profile sheet, because you got that in your packet on that carrier's folder in your email, right? So you're going to pull up that carrier's packet. You're going to look at it, okay, this carrier wants loads. They're running less than 500 miles. They need $3.10 per mile. Just answer your question.
Yes.
So when you go look at the dedicated freight, you look for loads just paying a minimum of $3.10 a mile.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Next question.
That's why we have that profile sheet set up the way we do, so that we wouldn't have to ask the question all the time. We would know.
Yeah, look. So
you already know what to look for.
Oh yeah, look. When we put together this little platform, I think I did a pretty good job of laying it out and giving you all the necessary things that you all need and in a format that you can follow and just repeat this format over and over and over again. Okay? This is one of the reasons why I harp so much on learning your back office tools and resources. Because I promise you, if you learn your back office tools and resources, and you know where they are, you know where to find them, you know what they do, you know what they're for, this would be so simple and easy for you. I mean, it would literally be like a walk in the park. Okay, if you just think about this just a little bit, right? Think like a business owner, and then just don't. The hardest thing for new entrepreneurs to do is to start thinking like the owner, thinking like a boss, right? Because if you're coming from a past experience of always working for someone, you're basically used to just following instructions.
Yep, that's true.
Right? So you're used to following instructions. You're not used to taking the initiative and setting things up the way you want them done. So and believe it or not, the most important thing about running your own business is setting up a format, a procedure of doing things that's comfortable for you. Right? Because that's going to be the procedure you're going to follow. And then you have employees, guess what? You're going to have them to follow the same procedure because now you are the boss. You're not having them to do things the way they like it. You're having them to do things the way you like it. Right?
Right.
So you got to switch from that. You got to get that whole mindset, following instructions to now I'm giving instructions. Okay?
You're trying to get there.
I know. And y'all get there. You will. You will. Trust me. You will. Because, and when I tell you, it's a great feeling when you do get there.
I can't wait.
You gotta be able to delegate. You gotta delegate these loads to. Delegate this stuff to them.
Yeah.
Instead of taking orders, we gotta delegate it and not take it all on ourselves because we can only do so much for one person.
Yeah. But
that's why we have to. That's why we gotta expand.
Exactly.
Ourselves.
Exactly. And this platform goes a long way to making that more simplified. Because when you all bring in new employees and stuff, if you're on the corporate enrollment, they're receiving the same training that you are. So they're hearing me say out to them what? First you got to do this. Second you got to do this. You do this. You do this. Find this. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're not getting anything different than what you have got. So there are people who have been here long before you. A lot of this stuff they've heard me say already. But it's nice to keep getting it refreshed and played back over your mind. It's great when you hear someone new comes on and they ask that question, and then you're saying to yourself, "Oh, I know the answer to that." So when you get to that point, then guess what? You got it.
Yep, that's right.
You understand? So that's the great thing about this platform. Okay. I always say this is not one of those platforms where you come in, take a class, and then after that you're on your own. Because that is the most frightening, terrifying, and loneliest experience you can have. You pay all this money for a course.
Yeah.
You're taking the course, and then they just cut you loose.
Right. That ain't no good. That ain't no good at all. You're out of that money. You're out of that money.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to. You're all by yourself, and with nothing to show. Don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, and you feel like you feel that knot in your throat and that this is the bottom of your gut, and you're like, man.
Bringing these people. There's an advantage of having a corporate account and hiring your dispatchers because they ain't got to. They have an advantage. That helps them to get involved with this with very little out of their pocket.
Exactly.
Nothing out of their pocket.
Yeah, unless you have something within your company where they would pay you some type of fee to help you, to balance it out.
Right.
So, and there's nothing wrong with you doing that. We have many of our corporate enrollees within the company they may say, look, because of the training that we're providing for you, we're paying for it. We're not asking you to pay, $39.99 a month, like we would normally do if you were on your own. But we may have you pay $9.99 a month. Have you pay? They pay that to you. You know what I'm saying? That's to help offset the cost of that $99.95 a month that you're paying out, or that $199 a month if you have a bigger company, or that $299 a month if you have a bigger company. Okay.
Or you could just give them a lower percentage, or you give them 4% or whatever, instead of 6 or 7%, whatever you could do.
Or give them the option. Give them the option of either taking, 3.5%, right, and paying no employee fee, or have them pay the employee fee and they get the 4%.
Right.
What it is to be.
Right.
Have to pay. You get 3% on each deal, or you get 4% on each deal. If you want to get the 4% on each one of your loads booked, pay $9.99 a month for your training and all your access to the tools and resources and things like that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How long do we have to file? I mean, I know we're supposed to file taxes every year, but how long can we go without filing taxes?
Here's the deal. I just filed my 2017 and 2018 tax returns the other night. Why? Because my wife and I are buying a house, right? We're both self-employed, right? And one of the stipulations that they asked for is they want to see your tax return. I normally wait 3 years and file my taxes on the 3rd or the 4th year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I normally do. Because I always have to pay. I think this past year, I think my tax came out to be $18,500. But 2017, I think it had to be $12,000 some odd dollars. But I always set myself up on a payment plan with the IRS. I would pay them like $240 a month. You see how that works?
Okay.
So you can pay your taxes at you can go back as far as 10 years, 9 or 10 years, okay, and pay your taxes. You can pay them at any time. They even have websites out there that are dedicated to filing your taxes late. So the deadline is when you have to do it to avoid a penalty. It doesn't say that that's the deadline. You don't file for the date, they're going to come knock on your door and come get you. No. Okay. The deadline, April 15th, is the time that they give you up until that time before you have to pay a penalty for filing late. Like my penalty for filing my 2017 and my 2018 tax returns was $420 on my 2017. On my 2018, it was $340 something, I think.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I don't know a whole lot about tax stuff, so I didn't know that's why.
And if you ask me why, if you ask me why I normally wait that long to pay it, so I can pocket more money.
Yeah.
If you make, and this is what those if you just, when you use the point to making 6 figures, you'll find there's all types of strategies that you can put together because look, cash is king, right? The more the more cash you have in the house, the more you can do with your business, right?
Yep.
So if you can wait for 4 years before you buy your tax, and on average, if you're doing at least $100 to a couple $100,000 a year, you're gonna owe somewhere between 10 and 20 grand in tax. Ain't no way around it. Hey, that's
Right.
just how it is. You take a bunch of deductions and this and that, but if you take a whole bunch of deductions, and it becomes a balancing act. If you take a whole bunch of deductions, then your adjusted gross income, right, becomes less. So if you're looking to buy a house or anything like that, and they ask you what's your adjusted gross income, if you take a whole bunch of deductions, instead of your adjusted gross income being $100,000, because you actually took in $160,000 of what? Sales, that's how much money you put into the bank. But then you take a bunch of deductions that total up to what? $60,000, right? Or $70,000. That means your adjusted gross income is going to be what? It's going to drop down below what? $100,000, right? Which means you may not qualify for as much of a loan or a mortgage or whatever it is you're trying to qualify for, right? You actually lessen your buying power by taking all your deductions. So sometimes you might want to look at your things, okay, I'm going to keep my deductions down because I want my adjusted gross income to reflect higher. I'm not attacking so much of my adjusted gross income, and I'm only claiming a certain percentage of my actual deduction. Okay? So you don't have to claim all your deductions, right? You claim, you can claim them all, and if you're not looking to buy the thing that year, then just pretty much write all your income off, and so when you just broke even or whatever it's going to be, and there are some instances where you can do that and not owe any taxes. But for that year, you're not going to show any income. Ah. So if you go to purchase a house, they always want to see what? Last 2 years, what? Income, right? If you took a bunch of deductions, you didn't show any income, you're not going to qualify for that particular home loan. Because your income is zero. Well, your income is $3,000. But you got trying to get a home that's going to have a $1,600 a month mortgage. That ain't going to work, right? So keep that in mind when you're filing your taxes. But no, you don't have to file on the 15th. Okay? We tell you all that so you can avoid your penalty. Now you do have to have your legal entity in place before you file taxes. You understand? Does everybody understand what we mean by that and why that is?
No.
All right. Your legal entity for your state is your LLC, how you set up your business, your corporations, or just how you file. Okay. You cannot file taxes if you are a business and you're filing self-employed if you don't have what? A legal entity, right? If you try to file taxes and you're receiving income and you're not for business purposes and you are illegal and you're not classified as a legal entity, then your business is what? Illegal, right? You're not a legally established business, right? You don't have a tax ID number, right? You don't have an EIN number. Well, you can have an EIN number, but it won't be valid until you actually get your what? Your legal entity. You understand?
Yes.
So make sure that you first of all have your EIN number. That's free. No sweat. Get that irs.gov. And before you file your taxes, now you may want to wait 4 years before you file your taxes. So what we do just say, you have to have it before you do what? File your taxes. So technically, you can run your business for 3 years without a legal entity if you're not filing taxes until year 4. Right? Y'all get it? Do y'all understand?
Yes.
All right. I want to make sure y'all understand that. And don't go out and screw this up and say, well, Calvin told me that. Uncle Sam. That's why I want to make sure you all understand how that works, you know, all the legalities of it. So you can file your taxes at any time. You really can, especially if you are self-employed. If you're self-employed, you can file your taxes at any time. If you wait past April 15th of that tax year, you're going to pay a penalty. That's all it is. You're just going to pay a penalty. Yeah. And you can either pay your taxes out one lump sum, or you can pay it out in monthly payments. Now, a good rule of thumb is set up yourself a separate bank account. This is one reason why y'all have seen me starting to push what the investment type stuff. That's a good way to set aside what a savings account and have money going into it and have they growing at the same time, right? So if you let me show you what I'm talking about. If you have something like that, if you have something like that that's set up, hold on a second. Acorns. You have something like that that's set up, like with Acorns, where when you got money going into an investment fund to invest in the markets. Basically, what you're doing is let's look at it. If you set something up like this, right? Now, what we're looking at here, we're looking at my strategy and what I have currently as far as how I invest currently. Currently, you know, I'm doing $20 per week. Okay, that's my reoccurring, right? And I'm using Roundup. Okay, so $20 a week. And my Roundup. Roundup is no more than $1 on each transaction every time I swipe my card. So if I use my card to buy something, if it costs me $1, they're going to round it up to the next $1. So it will cost me $2. But one of those dollars is going to go into my investment account with Acorn. If it costs $1.50, it's going to round up to $2. So that means 50% is going to go where? Into my investment account with Acorns. And then when that hits $5, Acorn is going to invest that money into the stock market. See how that works? It's like investing without even knowing how to invest. You just use your card. All right. Now, when you do that, based on what the way I'm set up, on my $20 a week, plus my Roundup, right? Here it says by the time I'm 94, I have $224,000 and $224,112. That's what my portfolio would be worth, okay, in about 40 years, right? Now, you can change that to see how it would be at age, you know, at whatever age you want to do that. And it'll show you, you know, what you would be at this time and that time. If I want to come all the way down here and see what I have in the next, 10 years. There we go. 64. I'm 54 now. 10 years. If I stay on that same route, that's what I'm doing. I have $19,200 in that investment fund account. See how that works? Now, if I say, well, in 10 years, I want to have more money than that. So, what should I do, y'all? I will just do what? Increase my weekly.
Increase your weekly.
Exactly. I will just increase my weekly, right? Let's say if I want to increase that, and another way I can do that. Let's say if I want to increase that to how much money do you think you spend on an average day? Just
25.
So you on average blow $25 a day, right? Right?
Right.
So $25 a day, you're not going to miss, right? So if you switch that from a weekly to a daily, look what happens. In 10 years, that's $128,000. Ah. People don't think about it. People don't think about the little small stuff that we spend. If that money was put into the stock market, Because everybody agrees that real wealth is created where? In the market, right? Everybody agrees with that. That's where real wealth is created. When you may, get to the point to where you're making a couple $100,000 a year, but you ain't going to school when it comes to the markets.
Right.
Because if you're putting money away in the market and it's being put there safely and wisely where they're concentrated on dividends, because you get to set what my investment strategy is geared towards dividends, right? Versus geared toward the overall accumulation of stocks. I'm not just trying to accumulate stock. I'm more concerned with dividends, the payouts. So I've instructed them to invest my money into stock that has big dividend payouts, which means stock that does well all the time, like Ford, things like that, right? Now, that stock is usually hangs around $100, $200, $300 a share, $500, $600 a share, but it stays steady, and it just always continually going up and paying out huge dividends, right? Which means I'm not going to make big money like this month or next month, but over the time I'm going to make money because I'm riding dividends. There's a lot for you all to grasp, but I promise you,
money.
Yeah, it's not that hard to grasp. But what makes this, and in my opinion, what makes this method of doing it is you don't have to really worry about it. It's not something you really think about. Once you plug it in, it just happens automatically. You just use your debit card, like you normally would do, and just take comfort in knowing that every time you use your debit card, you're going to have no more than $1 that's going to come off each transaction. It's going to go into your stock account. It's like gift yourself every time you use your card. Right? And your money.
More or less, you're saying that it's self-manageable.
Exactly.
It manages itself. You don't have to worry about doing anything with it, really.
Exactly. And your money is now working for you instead of you working for what? Your money. Now, on that same plan right there, $25 a day, so let's switch over to that. Remember we were talking about the yearly plan, we go up to age 75, which would be 20 years from now, right? Look at what I'm looking at age 74. That's nice little retirement, son, right? Now, what do y'all say? Well,
that's $359,000, right? Or is that?
Yeah, $359,000. That's on $25 a day.
That's pretty good money.
Pretty good money, right? Now, let's take a look at this right here. Let's say I want to retire real quickly. Let's say I truly want to retire in 10 to 15 years. So if I want to retire and be living on Sandport Trade Beach or in Bora, somewhere at age 65, right? Let's say I want to retire, and I want to retire at a good little amount. If I did, which I can afford $100 a day, if I really wanted to push it, right? That's $500,000, man, in 10 years. That's just me putting away $100 a day. Right?
About $700 a week.
Yeah. Now if you pull it down, remember we showed you all, if you get one carry out of 10 and you're only 10 phone calls a day, you're only closing 1 out of 10 and you're booking them 4 loads a week. That's what, by the time you do your first week of first 5, you're looking at $3,000 per week, right?
Right. No, wait a minute. Yeah.
Now, and that's just if you stop at 5 and you put them, four loads a week. You look at $3,000 a week, right?
Yep.
You think you can afford $700 a week?
Of course.
Paying yourself. You think you can afford to pay yourself? You got $700 a week and tip yourself and put it away somewhere.
Yep.
And you see what that $700 a week is going to do for you in 10 years?
Looks good.
Exactly. And this is the level that I want all y'all to be on. So look, I know this is trucking, but this is what it's all about. You all started this because you want to put yourself in a position where you won't have to work for the rest of your life. Now, I'm 54. Not like some of you guys who are 30-something, 20-something.
40-something.
Think about that. Some of you guys who's the youngest in here right now?
I'm
45.
So, anybody younger than 30 years old?
No.
All right. So anybody younger than 35?
Nope.
All right. So who's 35?
Nobody.
Anybody 40?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody younger than that? All right. So let's say 40 years old. All right. Now, I definitely know we got some people within our network who are like, because Khalid Hans, he ain't but 25, 26 or around. He gets definitely afford 700 a week now. And you got some other people, I think, who in our platform is like 23, 22, 28, around, but let's say you're 40 years old, right? So really, this right here, in 10 years, you would just be 50 years old. Sitting over $500,000.
Wow.
Ah! Wow! Now, check this out. Check this out. Let's say you increase that by 25 hours. That's in 10 years. Right? Let's say you push that out push your retirement out to 12 years. Right? Right? Let's say if you push that out to, let's say you push that out to 15 years.
I got $546,000 for 12 years.
So if you push it out to 15 years, look at that. You're a millionaire, man.
Wow.
I mean, just think about some of the, those people who are in their 20s. The whole thing is this: the earlier you start thinking like a boss, the better off you're gonna be. The earlier you start thinking like a boss, the quicker you're gonna start living like a boss.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you tell us a good accountant that's experienced with trucking firms?
A good accountant. You said accountant that's experienced with what?
In this industry with dispatch firms and, trucking, a good accountant.
Use the square D. Use the square up. Using the
you mean
up.
No, I think we talking about
to do your taxes for you.
You're talking about someone to do your taxes I do my own taxes. Because I use all the tax firm, but I'm not gonna do y'all taxes. So don't come in with that. Okay. I use all the tax firm, so I do my own taxes. Okay. I just use a little app called protax.com, and I do my own taxes. Because Protax, they specialize in late filings. Because I normally file every 4 years, so that's what I use. Okay, it calculates my penalty, the whole 9 yards. I go in and put in and make my my payment arrangements with the IRS. But I can go in and say, look, the most I can pay is this per month, and I just pay that amount of money and keep them on my back. And I get to pocket, a lot of my money. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm paying them all in monthly payments.
Right.
So that's what I use. Now, it's not block. That's all I can tell you. There's not. If you need someone you can go in and sit down in front of, and just go with the name brand. Was it Hewitt Jackson's or Jackson Hewitt, whatever we call it, H&R Block. Go with the go with the names you know, and go with those, okay. But go with the names you know. But yeah, and you don't have to do this, but find something that you're comfortable with. And I like this because it's very non-invasive. Once you get it set up, you ain't really even got to worry about it, and you can go in and adjust your financial future. And when you can see this, right now, you see this, right now, you can see this. That really makes you want to stick to that 125 a day. But it makes you want to, get to the point where you know what, I can afford that because I really could afford that, right? So now I'll be honest with you,
Mr. Pravin, I started on a platform the other day, Cooperative, and I like it. It's really good, and you can set short-term goals or you can do long-term goals. They do investment. And it's like you don't even have to think about it. You just come out and you don't even know.
Exactly. So whatever platform you're using, just make sure that you're using something something where you are paying into you. You're paying into yourself, and something that's going to allow you to be able to maximize your earnings, and while you're putting something off to the side. Okay, just make sure you do that. Okay, and some people say, well, what's this got to do with trucking and brokering? And well, because you're here to make money, right? That's what you're here for. You all decided that you wanted to do this because you were tired of doing what you were doing, and you were tired of being broke, and you were tired of working with someone else, and you wanted to do what? Increase your share of what? Your earnings, right?
That's right.
This is just part of what we do. Because remember, we are a consulting firm. Our job is because we want to make you all what? Logistics entrepreneurs.
Rich.
Okay, not just freight brokers and dispatchers and owner-op business managers. We say this all the time. Our job is to make you all into better logistics and successful logistics entrepreneurs. And part of being successful is learning how to what? Hang on to more of your money and to grow your money. Okay? So, I know I wear a lot of hats, but I got a big head. So, I can fit them all on this big old, this noggin that got up here. All right. But there you go. Okay. That one is called Acorns. If y'all want it, it's there. I can share my link with you all where you get, where they give you money to put into your account. How does that go? Oh yeah, and I also do one-time investments. Look, $100 a pop, and I just click that and it'll put $100. Yeah, I can increase that also to $500. Just whenever I want to do it, and I can adjust all this. You can just follow this at any time. Here, invite. Let's see if you invite 5 friends within a certain period of time or whatever it gets to be, they'll put $210 for a certain business. Not a bad deal, right? Not a bad deal. All right. So, you know, help yourself. There it is. All right. All right. That's for that. All right. Question. Come on. Let's see the questions. Let's hear the questions.
No. I need to go, guys. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Oh, let me let you all know something that we're going to be doing here in the near future. I'm teaming up with a company called Credit RX. Okay, it's a local company here out of Tallahassee. A young lady, she started it, about 7, 8, 9 years ago, and she works with individuals that need to clear up their credit. Now, before you all get into all this stuff about, a lot of those are scams and a lot of those are, but I like where this young lady works. You don't start paying until it comes off your credit. So that's a little bit different, right? Most of these credit repair places, the way they work is they work something out, with your creditor, then you start paying, and then after you get it paid down to a certain amount, then you have to check your credit report to see if it's coming off, and you have to pay so much into it before that happens, right? She works just the opposite. Okay, when she, let's take a look at your credit profile. Her and her team then goes to work and starting to finding legal ways to get that removed from your credit. All right, that's first thing. And if they can't get it removed from your credit, they go into ways they can work with your creditor and say, look, they will agree to pay this much money per month to pay off that $21,000 debt or that $30,000 debt or that $10,000 debt or whatever it may be. And the creditor says, okay, that sounds fine. Now guess what? But there's a stipulation. You have to remove that from their credit first before they start paying. Now that's the difference. Y'all see how it's completely flip-flop? So that's the incentive for them to go ahead and take that off your credit, which will immediately improve your score and your buying power, right?
Yeah.
And then that's when you start paying them off the payment, off this offer, but not until it has been removed from your credit first. So if you're a broker and you're thinking about getting your bond, and you got some stuff in your credit, and your score is not that high, but if you can raise your score by getting stuff off your credit, then guess what? That's a lot less money you got to pay out to get your bond, right?
Yes.
And your quarterly bond payment won't be as high. Right? Because remember, you got bad credit. You might want to pay $8,000 to $10,000 just to pay your bond. But if you got great credit, you may only have to pay $700 to $1,200 to get your bond. Well, in some cases, it may not cost you anything if you got perfect credit. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's a big difference.
Big difference. A big difference. And your bond payment, your quarterly bond payment, if you got so bad credit, $800 to $1,000 every quarter, versus good credit, $300 to $600 a quarter. See how that works out? And not to mention, if you are an owner operator and you're looking to go buy some trucks, then if you got bad credit, you could be paying $900 per week for a truck. Versus if you got good credit, You're gonna get you a $200,000 company, you pay $900 a month. Now you can make some money, right?
Right.
Big difference. So credit plays a big role in this industry, and that's one of the reasons why we're teaming up with them. So once we team up with them, we'll be offering some stuff, different packages where you can go in and get your credit approved, and get your credit scores up, get stuff removed from your credit, and not have to pay anything until they've done their part first. Okay, I've had a lot of other places that have approached us about, credit repair and all this other stuff, and, they all had that one element that I didn't like. You got to start paying and before any of this stuff even happens. But I like her approach. Her staff, I think she has a staff of about 12 credit professionals. And the way they work is, it has to come off your credit first before you start paying. So you actually get to see the results before you put out one dime. I like that. No, that's a win for me. Okay, that is definitely a win for me. Show me what you got first, and show me some results first, and then I pay you. But I'm gonna pay you, before I see what you're doing, before I see the results. I like that. But anyway, we'll be paying that in the future. We'll probably have something in the back office, so if you all want to, that will be on our extended tools and resources and services that we have in our extended resources section of the site. Okay, so it would be there. If you want to use it, it's there.
Thank you.
No problem. We're trying to add more value to our site, even though, I think our platform has a whole lot of value as it is. But we continue to look for, things to bring you all that's going to actually help you out to improve your real life. Okay? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of us, putting this together, the whole point of the platform, the whole point of the networking. That's the whole point. We want to make this bigger and better and all the time and not get complacent with where we are. Okay? All right. No more questions for the night, y'all. I got to go get my blood sugar back. I got to exercise. Some squats, some overhead presses and all that type of stuff. What I'll probably do is take the dogs out for a walk. Also, too, it's a nice, cool night. It's cold here in Florida, y'all. It's down in the 40s and 30s. So, probably get out and walk around, let the cold air hit me, and get that blood flowing and get that.
It wasn't as cold down here as they said it was gonna be, but I guess it was just a little chilly this morning.
And where you at?
Sanford.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not down here. Y'all get that warm little sprit that's coming off the water of everything. I got it this morning and went and met with the realtor because we was doing the inspection, in the house this morning, and it was cold. It was cold. We was doing the inspection, and I it was live, this morning. Went out to the house and did the inspection. Y'all can watch it on my Facebook page, with some stuff with the realtor and the inspector. And we went out, just, seeing what life is going to be back in the new home. So seeing what things that need to be fixed, what things we can get, the sellers to throw in and get them to fix and things like that. So, but that's how I spent my morning. It was like 38 degrees this morning when I got up. And 7:45, I met with them early this morning. And we were doing that from about that time until about seeing all the inspection of the house. So, but yeah. All right, everybody. Oh, well, let me tell y'all about this guy. Y'all see this guy right here?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Do y'all know who that is?
No.
Look him up. This gentleman's name is Freddie Figures. Okay? He is the only African American that owns his own cell phone towers and his own telecommunications firm. He's 29 years old. He's from my hometown, Quincy, Florida. He was abandoned at birth, left in a dumpster. At 2 days old, he was found and adopted by the people that found him. And now his company is worth $62 million. And he is the only African American that owns his own line of phones, the F2, the Figures phones, Figures communications, his company. He owns. He doesn't, not like Boost Mobile and Straight Talk and all these other ones that those are well-known names, but none of them own their own towers. There are only about 5 that actually own their own towers. That's what? That's Sprint, AT&T, T-Mobile. Anybody think of another? Verizon, and Biggest Communications. It's amazing. I know this guy personally. He grew up, he's along with my sister. He used to come over to the house, and, him and his brothers come over to the house, and, I used to teach him how to play basketball and stuff. So, I'm this guy, I grew up around this guy, so I'm really proud of him. From how he started out to where he is now is just incredible. You can Google him, but he's he has a great story. That's his company, his Biggest Wireless. Look it up. You can look his company up, his Biggest Wireless, and he has the Biggest I think he's up to the F5. He also is at age, get this, and this cat is so smart. And I remember when there's a big write up about this in the local paper and everything. At age 9, at 9 years old, he was used to always try to take care of his grandfather. His grandfather had dementia, right? So, and he was good with computers, At age 7, they gave him like an old computer that didn't work. It was one that he found like in the trash outside or whatever. One of those old, first the Apple, old box model computers. He took it at age 7 and began just tinkering with it and fixed it and got it back to work. At age 7, okay. So at age 9, he was always into computers and this and that. So his granddad had dementia. So what he did was he invented a tracking device that you can put in the person's shoe. It goes into the sole of the shoes, right? To where he can go on his phone and he can call it, and it would the person can actually talk, and you can hear them, and then you can actually track them and know where they are. That was at age 9. Age 9. Now this is someone that his parents threw him away into a garbage dump. Can you imagine that?
That's amazing.
I mean, can you even grasp that concept? Hey, just think about that. Someone threw him away. But this is his company. I'm buying some stock in this company because I like this guy. I am actually going to be buying phones, like I say, Figures Communications right here in Tallahassee. He was born in Quincy, Florida, same hometown I was born in, a small town there in Gaston County, Florida. And this is where, we grew up. This guy is awesome. His devices are awesome. He also was the first person to develop a phone that keeps track of your blood sugar for diabetics. Keeps track of your blood sugar, and it automatically, when your blood sugar gets high, it will automatically notify the people on your contact list and your health care provider. When your blood sugar gets dangerously high or dangerously low, your phone will automatically call and notify, send a text to your health care provider, your doctor, and your person you have put down as your person notified in case of emergency. And it will give them all your vital stats. This guy's something. And these are the plans. Here's his phone. So the phone models. This is the phone. The newest one out is the F3. This is it. Very stylish phones, as you all can see. He came out with the F1, the F2, and the newest one out is the F3. And the guy literally owns his own time. He develops his own handsets. Everything is done right within his company. It's not, all the tech. It's his own. He may have some, everybody uses some China software stuff from stuff, but all of the major tech and everything is all his own. So.
Does he have nationwide coverage, or is it just in the Tallahassee,
No, he's nationwide. He's nationwide. There he is. This cat is doing great things. As you can see here, this is coverage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. His coverage is actually better than 3 of the top 5, the big 5. I mean, this cat's not playing. He ain't playing. He ain't playing. Okay. I remember when he was out there hustling. He was always traveling, jet setting. To go from where he started to now, he has how people get to do it. When you say to someone, I know someone that I can call up and we can get on his jet and go somewhere. That's how I feel about it. He doesn't own his own jet, but he is in the what do you call that, share plan, where 2 or 3 millionaires get together and they have or there's some type of plan called Visa Jet. I don't know if y'all even heard about that, but wealthy people get together and they come together and they lease a jet and they can use it, or they lease the other jet leasing plan where there may be 3 or 4 jets at the airport and wherever they're at, and they can lease private jets. Well, they have a fleet of leased jets. He and I think other like 10 or 12 other millionaires here in Florida. And they have jets that they can just say, hey, get the jet ready. I want to fly here. I need to go here. Just about a month ago, he was in Quebec, and then before that, he was in Africa. When he's looking to his, he just donated a whole bunch of phones and equipments, but they're building something in Africa to where they'll have, their own towers and telecommunications and things going on there. He's actually has built a school that teaches tech in one of the third world countries. So, I mean, the young man is just doing some phenomenal stuff. I mean, I'm older than he is, but he is my mentor. I can't think of any other way to describe him. And like I said, we're switching over all our phones to the Figures wireless phones because what he does. I'm ordering the Figures 3. I actually like the Figures 1. And he's one of the first to be on what? Y'all see this? 5G. Okay? So he's always ahead of the curve. And I know you don't hear about this stuff because mainstream media don't talk about people like this. Now you can make up your own mind as to why they don't. I can tell you I got my opinions, but I'm going to keep those to myself. And I'm just going to do what I can to support it.
I know.
Okay? So this is stuff that you don't, some years ago he was on CNN, but, late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So, but this guy's doing some great things, both in telecommunications and in the medical industry with these different devices that they help diabetics and people with dementia and Alzheimer's. Okay.
Mr. Calvin, does his company not advertise like mainstream TV? Because I just never heard of it. He sounds like
I know. I know. But look him up. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all the website. It's Figures. It's Figures Wireless. With Figures.com. That is phenomenal. So I'm gonna do what I can, and I don't receive any type of money or anything. For put this stuff out there. I'm just doing my part because I know him personally, and I know he is everything that's advertised about him, everything they say he is. He's all that and 10 times more. Okay. You couldn't write this kind of story. You really couldn't. I mean, you really couldn't. Sometimes I say to myself, like last time I spoke with him, we were talking about collaborating on the Young Entrepreneurs Development Center. I have a nonprofit that I want to start where we would start these after-school centers and summer programs for at-risk kids in the at-risk neighborhoods. They would come in and have access to all of these, all the tech, computers and everything, counselors that would teach them how to be business owners and how to be entrepreneurs, how to get into investing their money, at an early age from 9 years old to 18 years old. Okay, so we were, last time we spoke, it was about a couple of months ago that we spoke and we met, and we were discussing that. He usually, every time he comes back to town, he usually drop me a line or shoot me something, and I've taken a lot of his advice in developing my platforms. So some of the stuff you all see that I do, it's come from our connecting and bouncing ideas off of each other. So it's great just to be connected with someone like that. It's just great to be connected with someone. It makes me step back. It makes me see what's possible. And even where I'm at, I can see where I need to get up to, you know, on his level. I hope y'all can understand that. But this is stuff like this is what drives
motivation.
Yeah, I mean, this is what drives me. This is what motivates me. And you know, when I see him and what he's done and where he came from, you know, I ain't got no excuses, man. I'm sorry. I was telling someone the other day, if someone calls me up and they say, I can't do this. It's too hard. I can't, it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I'm like, I ain't got no sympathy for you. I'm just being honest with you. I started this with my own shelves. so, I might be the wrong person, to come crowded about, right? Because I started this homeless, not a dime to my name, walking everywhere I went, didn't know where I was supposed to be at night, and I did it. He was left in a dumpster as a baby, and look where he's at. So, I'm not very sympathetic to that type of whining. Okay, just keep that in mind. So before you call me, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. I'm gonna say, what do you mean you can't do it? I mean, what's so hard about it? So that's my stance on it. All right. So I just want to share that with you all because, like I said, this is stuff that people like this you don't hear about. You just don't hear about. Okay. Not even from the people who should be talking about this type of person. You don't hear about it, right? You'll hear about the Tyler Perrys, the Oprah Winfreys. You'll hear about, those, and that's great. Steve Harvey's and all that type of stuff. But, what about those guys who are not in the media, right? With these little small towns throughout the country. I mean, have any of you even heard of Quincy, Florida?
No.
Exactly. But did you know that Gaston County in Quincy, Florida, and did you know that Gaston County has more millionaires, and there are more millionaires in Gaston County than there are in the whole state of Florida? Did y'all realize that?
No. Wow.
Y'all need to do your research. Y'all heard of Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola Bottling Company?
Right.
Got its start in Quincy, Florida. The Coca-Cola Bottling Company was created and started in Quincy, Florida. Right downtown, right across from the courthouse. I can take y'all down to where the old Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the factory used to be at. I grew up, knowing that factory, and because my grandmama had one of the first Coca-Cola drink machines where you put you put a nickel into it, and it gave you the little bottle that came out the thing, the Coca-Cola bottle, pop it on, you put your peanuts in, drink it. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Now, here is an interesting fact. 2 interesting facts about Quincy, Florida. First of all, it's the home of where the Coca-Cola Bottling Company was started. Okay, there was a bank loan officer. He was one of the bank managers and a bank loan officer with Quincy State Bank. And when people used to come in and apply for, and they would open up their account, or they apply for a loan or any type of home loans, or they wanted to get a loan or anything, what he would do is, when he would evaluate them, and he have everybody that opened up an account or wanted to open up a savings account or wanted to get some type of home loan or whatever the case may be, he encouraged them to put some of their money into this small company that was just starting up in Quincy, Florida. which was the Coca-Cola bottling company. So he had, so if they was borrowing $20,000, he was on them $25,000, and $5,000 would be in shares in that company. You see how, y'all see where this story is going? So, lo and behold, Coca-Cola Bottling Company became this huge, bigger company that it is now. And all those people that started out in Quincy, Florida at Quincy State Bank, that were getting those $5,000 shares with Coca-Cola Bottling Company, was just starting out, and it was at 2 cents a share, 26 cents a share. Yeah. You see how he got so many millionaires? That's a true story. You can look it up. You can Google it. That's a true story, and that was in my hometown, Quincy, Florida. That's one way that little town got so many millionaires. The other way that town got so many millionaires, and my family, my granddaddy, I grew up on a tobacco farm. My grandfather owned 370 acres. My mom still has that land out there now, 370 acres. That's a lot of land on that African-American family, right? You probably say, how did we get that much property? Quincy, Florida was the largest slave trading post in the South. The largest. Why? Because it's positioned right between Alabama, right, the Gulf of Mexico, Panama City, Georgia. So you got Louisiana, Alabama, and Georgia. Quincy, Florida is less than 100 miles from all those places. So what happens is when they brought the slaves over on the ships, they would basically herd them, as they would say, up to Quincy. They come in from Georgia, they bring the slaves down from Georgia to Quincy. From Alabama, they bring them from Alabama to Quincy. From Panama City, Pensacola, from other ships, they bring them all up to Quincy. That's where they would have the slave trade, where they would sell slaves right there at the Courthouse Square, right downtown Quincy, Florida. Quincy, Florida had more plantations in that one area, in that town, or in that county, than just about all the other plantations in the state of Florida. That's why when you drive down Quincy, there's an area called Plantation Road. This big, huge house with the pillars and everything, like my mom's house. Pillars, upstairs, downstairs. My grandfather had 13 kids. He raised them all in that big plantation-style house. Now, the thing is, how do you go from that to having all that land? Well, how my grandfather got his property was, that property was owned by a man named Henry George. Okay, my grandfather's name is Henry George. As you know, back then, the slaves took the name of their owners, of slave masters, right? That's how we got the name George, the family name George. Henry George was a slave owner. My grandfather's name is Henry George because his father was Henry George the first, or senior. He's Henry George Jr. Then he had a son named, he was Henry George the third. Okay, so that name got passed down. Henry George had 2 sons, and he had one of the biggest plantations in that area. It was like 790 acres. Half of it was in Georgia, and about 400 acres of it was in Florida, on the Florida side. Okay, so my mom lives in an area called Dogtown, Florida. It's on the outskirts of Quincy, but it's right next to the Georgia line, Florida-Georgia line. So what happened was, in the Civil War, Henry George and both his sons went to fight in the Civil War. They fought for the Confederates. Naturally, they both were killed, right? Both his sons were killed. So when President Lincoln signed somebody help me out, the proclamation, the Emancipation Proclamation, right? The Proclamation of Emancipation, or whatever it is. Thank you.
You got it. It's the Emancipation Proclamation.
Thank you. The Emancipation Proclamation. When he signed that and freed all the slaves, and a lot of y'all don't know this, the 20 years from the time he signed that to 20 years after that, free slaves and African Americans had more freedom than we do now. We had more opportunities. It was just like paradise compared to what you all see now and what happened in the 60s and the 50s and the 30s, and things like that. Because right after that was signed, a lot of y'all didn't know this. 72% of Congress was African American. Why? Because African Americans, after being free, they ran for state offices, they became sheriffs, they became mayors, they became congressmen, they became senators. 72% of Congress was African American. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Did not.
And that went on for a period of about 20 years until the KKK came into power and they started putting people in key areas and started rolling back those freedoms due to what? Jim Crow laws. Y'all heard that term, right?
Yeah.
You got to learn something about your history here. Because at one time we were on the verge of being all that we can be until they started systematically rolling these things back. That's what's called racism. There's a difference between racism and prejudice. Okay? That's why you hear people say black people, African Americans, cannot be racist. Because racism is the denial of economic power based on the color of one's skin, race. That's racism. It has nothing to do with not liking you because you're not a certain color. That's prejudice. We can be, yes, we can be prejudiced, but we can never be racist. Why? Because we've never been in power. That's the difference. Hope y'all understand that. Because I get a lot of, my friends and my white associates, they'll say, well, y'all be this racist. No, we cannot. We cannot be racist. By the sheer definition, we cannot be racist. Racism is about, one, those who control power denying others the ability to equal that power based on their race. And you can't show me at any time in the history of this country where we have had that type of power. Never been so. So we can't be racist. We can be prejudiced, which is almost just as bad, but we just can't be racist. Okay? So when you all hear that, don't think, well, that's not true. It is true. You can't be racist. Because it's about power. It's not about, what, race is about. All right. So with that being said, African Americans had it great, during that time, during that 20-year span. But here's what happened. When he signed the proclamation, the Emancipation Proclamation, all the other, slave families, they left the plantation. They left and just went off and did all things. Why? Because they were free. They were free. They were getting their 40 acres of mule. They was out doing things, started little towns like all these towns that sprung up. They were all African American. They had their own banks. They had their own companies, whole own towns, their own mayor, their own sheriff, all this stuff. Well, two families stayed. Why? Because once they freed the slaves, if the plantation owners wanted the slaves to stay there and work the farm, they had to enter into what? Corporate agreements with those slaves families that stayed. Because now they're no longer slaves, right? They're free men, right?
Yeah.
And at that time, when the president freed them, they had all the same rights as anybody else. So now if you wanted them to stay, you had to enter into a legal contract with them, basically giving them shares into your farm. Aha! I'm giving y'all a little, history lesson here. They had to give them shares, and right, legal contracts, where they became owners within that farm. If they farmed it, they got a percentage of what? The sharecrop. That's where the term sharecropping came in. It came in after slavery and became sharecropping. Why? Because they shared in what? The revenue that the crops produce. This doesn't make sense to you all now?
Yes, sir.
So, two families stayed. Okay? The two families stayed. One was my great-great-great-grandfather's family. He took the name of the slave owner, Henry George. Henry George. Another family took the name on that year, William George, took the same, no last name. And so when he died, guess who got the whole plantation?
They did.
Yes, because he didn't have any sons.
Yeah,
He didn't have
no
anybody to
kids.
leave to. And they were the ones who were under legal what? They had signed legal contracts to have shares in that was. So when he died, then his shares, right, got split amongst who? Those two families. The family in Georgia, they took like 600 and some odd acres, and the family in Florida, no, the family in Georgia, I'm sorry, took 410 acres, I think, and the family in Florida, they just divided up at the Georgia-Florida line. My great-great-grandfather and his family, he took the Florida side, the other family took the Georgia side.
That's what's up.
It is.
Yeah.
But I do this to try to make people aware that, we are out there doing great things. We really are. I mean, we don't get talked about enough. We don't get it's just like this platform. We try to create something that no one else has, and try to create something that's completely different and of great use. And we get a lot of flack for it. We get talked about. I get talked about personally. People talk about me like a dog. You look at some of these comments where people are talking about this young man and all the greatness that he's doing. Look at some of the comments. You got some people on here. He got a lot of support. But if you go through some of these comments and stuff that you see here, you see a lot of people that will come on here and they make fun. I mean, you got people here that are commenting saying that this is a scam because his name is one letter off from being what? I mean, really? Now, here's a man that is clearly way more productive, has created way more positive things, and is way more successful than the people that are making these comments that ever hope to be.
Haters.
Yeah, that's it. Just haters, man.
And I say this because this is something that you all are going to experience. I hate to say it, but you are. You're going to experience it. I mean, you all see it on social media. You see it on Facebook when people talk bad about our platform. They talk bad about me. I don't pay attention because I just block and keep moving on. And I take the stones that they throw at me and I use that to build what steps and keep stepping up. I just. Huh?
Goat in the well.
Yeah. I told you that story. I heard the story about the goat that was in the well.
Yeah.
There's an old parable.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an old parable. There was this town, this little small town people, and this goat had nothing in the well. Okay. And of course the goat was like, wah, all that long, wah. So this went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. So finally, all the time we got together, we tried to just go the way to do it. But, we got to get rid of this goat. But they said, well, let's just bury it. Right? It was an old well. It wasn't no water. Let's just bury the goat. So they started throwing dirt, going to the well, and they, throw dirt in the well. So they think they cover the goat up. And at night, they hear, wah, wah. There's that goat still down there. So they go and throw more dirt in the well. They shoveling dirt into the well, and then the next night they hear why. So this goes on, and it's like every time they throw dirt in the well, the goat's cries gets louder that night, like it's getting louder instead of so they try to figure what we got to do. They keep throwing dirt in the well, So here after a while, they're throwing all the dirt in the well. Then one day they get up that morning, they're not hearing the goat. The goat is out walking around. Bad. How the world that goat get out the well? Well, apparently what happened was they was throwing dirt down on the goat. The goat was just shaking. He was shaking it off. He was quiet. When they threw it on, then he was just shaking it off, right? Then he stomped it down. The more dirt they threw it, the more he shook it off. He just stomped it down and built his foundation up. And pretty soon, what was meant to bury him became his salvation.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's the type of attitude you ought to have when you're, you know, becoming an entrepreneur. When I started this, I was at a homeless shelter. People thought I was crazy. I got talked about like a dog. Laughed at. Hey, you out your mind walking around here with that laptop, you know, shooting videos and think you're going to start something. Man, you homeless. Okay. Some of those same people I see right now, and they're still homeless. There's one guy that I see, I at least run into him at least, you know, a couple of times a year. And I ran into him the other night. Still doing the same thing he's always been doing, still homeless. You know, begging people for spare change. I saw him the other night, you know, I gave him $50. Here you go, man. He's like, man, you always, you know, do me right when I see you. I said, yeah, but when you gonna start doing right by yourself?
Yeah.
He looked at me. I said, now I know you don't want to hear this, but remember when we was at the shelter together? He goes, yeah, I remember. When I tried to get you to come in with me when I had that little office space up there, what did you tell me? You told me I was crazy. And I quote, that shit ain't gonna work. Man, you homeless. Get that in your head. That was the advice he gave me. He said, man, you homeless. Get that shit in your head. Learn to deal with that. Get your mind around that instead of all this, you know, stuff I hear, you know, shooting films, you know, with your, what's called, I mean, who you think you is, Tyler Perry? That was his exact words to me.
Wow.
And I had that conversation with him the other night, and he just really just broke down. He was like, man, you're right. He said, if I'd have just, you know, I said, look, man, you gotta stop this. You gotta stop this. I mean, you know, I mean, what are you about 40 now? And I mean, really, I mean, you're still doing the same thing. You're in this, it's still in the exact same place you were 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I mean, I don't know what you can say to someone like that, you know, and what happens is when you get in a situation like that, people just give up. They just let life beat them. You know, and they just surrender. You know? I'm not built that way. I don't want you all to be built that way. I don't want you all to ever surrender. So there's no need to. Especially when you have the means, you have the tools and the resources, and you're in an industry that you can definitely. I mean, you all see money being made in this industry every single day, and you all, I mean, you know this industry makes money.
Yeah.
And you know that if you just do the things you're supposed to do, and just learn the things you're supposed to take the time to learn the things you're supposed to learn, do things you're supposed to do, you know, become familiar with your tools and resources, you can definitely make it happen. Okay? The man that was thrown away at birth in a dumpster and was adopted at 2 days old by the family that found him. Now, I know the family that found him, they're not rich people. No, they're not rich people. So when they found him, they had 6 other children. And they were struggling with those 6 children. But guess what? They made room for him. And nobody in his family is struggling now.
Yeah,
all right?
That's
So, you know, I support.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Look,
yeah, no, that really is awesome.
And like I said, I support his business. You know, he has something. I mean, guy's done nothing. And
oh, well, you got me sold too. I'm finna find out where I can get me a black man phone at.
Yeah, you know, I support his business. You know, I'm switching all my telecommunication devices, you know, over to the biggest stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's just, you know, he does more than phones too. He has the biggest F buds, the F speakers, the biggest health glucose. This is the thing that got me. because when I became diabetic, and I knew what he was doing, and I read an article about this glucose reader that he developed. This right here, I have this. This is how I check my glucose and stuff. He developed this, and it's it connects with my phone. That's why when I looked at my phone, I told you my blood sugar was high. Remember?
Yeah.
That's how I knew my blood sugar was high. Because I mean, his technology is just crazy. I mean, the guy's crazy smart. He's just smart. He's like the African American Steve Jobs. Really, literally speaking. He's literally like the African American Steve Jobs. But can you believe that people get on social media and they talk bad about it? They try to, make light of what he's done. They try to cast him as being a scam artist. I mean, how do you be a scam artist and you're worth $62 million? You own your own cell phone house.
Jealousy.
I'm like, really, man? Really? They want to say, well, his phone's not really made in America. He gets some of this tech from China. Some of the tech is from China. Everybody gets some of the tech from China. Verizon, T-Mobile. Everybody gets some of that tech from China. It's called outsourcing. Duh. You wanna buy cheap, right? So you go to the places where that can produce this stuff at a lower overhead, right?
Right.
That's called smart business. But anyway, he's a scam. Why? Now if you notice the people that call him a scam, y'all got one thing in common.
That's on Twitter fingers.
I mean, don't be so obvious. Just don't be so obvious. But that's the difference between prejudice and racism. Racism is those that have the power systematically prevent those who don't have the power based on the color of their skin. That's racism. Prejudice is I don't like you. I have a preconceived idea about who you are based on the color of your skin. That's prejudice. Big difference. Big difference. Okay? And you really need to know and understand the differences between the two. Because prejudice can have an effect on each individual person. But racism affects an entire race of people.
Hey, what's the stock trading at right now?
What they're trading at?
Yeah, his stock. The biggest.
Let's go ahead and pull it up. I had just pulled it up on Google. Let's see, figures. Hold on. Let's go and pull it up. But he's got patents and, I mean, here we go. Page, my bad. Let's go and pull it up. Biggest wireless. Google. Put in Google. I could probably go to my one of my stock trading. Just my other stock trading. One that I actually do more stock trading on. That one is called which one on there? Acorn and what's my other one?
Robinhood? You still in Robinhood?
Yeah, Robinhood. Thank you. I do so much this stuff sometimes I'm losing my mind. Robinhood, there we go. That's my other one. Let's go to Robinhood and let's put in fierce wireless. I know I'm gonna buy some. Let's do a search. You're unable to find it. It may not be on Robinhood. What's the all right, let's look for technology. Technology might be on the pharmaceutical. Technology. And let's see what his top is. See what his optimal is. Wireless spot some. Okay. All right, here we go. I don't know if he may not be a publicly traded company yet. No results found for biggest wireless. I'm not looking at it. You know, I'm looking at it wrong or it's my Google again. This is company. Let's go to Winter Peak. See if they have a stock trading. All right, the company was founded by Freddie Figgis in 2009. He is the CEO of the company. Figgis is an inventor who designed banking, security applications, remote patent monitoring systems, and other programs. Figgis financed the telecommunications company in 2010. The company acquired its first cell phone tower in 2010. Wow. Figgis F1 in 2014, the company launched a safe cell phone called Figgis F1. The phone detects motion in a vehicle, and at speeds of 10 miles per hour or more, it automatically turns to safe mode, which prevents texting while driving. Figgis Communications Incorporated. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Privately held company. It is a private limited company. It is a type of business entity in private ownership used in many jurisdictions in contrast to public. So it hasn't gone public yet. Ah, that's interesting. Y'all know what that means, right?
That means that we right on time.
Yeah, you better keep an eye on this bad boy.
Yeah.
It ain't going public yet, so you might want to reach out to him and say, "Hey, Freddie, man, let me know when you get ready to go public. I want to be the first to get on this stop when you hit the scene, right?" So now would be a good time to start, following this guy and keeping an eye on what's going on. And his Figgis Communications is the name of his company. Is the legal name of the company, but he is not public yet. He is a privately held company, which is good because that's how you build your capital. You build capital by staying private for as long as you can.
Yeah, make all your decisions before you have to start dealing with everybody else.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the guy is smart. He is super smart. And I know y'all are getting a lot more than you bargained for tonight. But guess what? I run this, or we do want it, so I do what I want to do.
Hey, no complaints out of me, Dak.
Yeah, so Any way I see fit to share this type of knowledge with you all. We're gonna do it because who else is gonna share it with you?
Right. Ain't nobody else been trying to tell me about Freddie.
True.
No, they ain't gonna tell you about that. They'll tell you about, you got that Rbbs liquor store.
Yeah, I seen 10, 12 stories about that today, but I
The guy that's not, paying his child support. They'll tell you about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna tell you about the spread of figures. They ain't gonna tell you about how African Americans one time made up about 60 to 70% of Congress. And here's the thing. It's not like that stuff is not known or it can't be found, because it's right here. It's just that people don't even talk about it. So here, when 60% of Congress.
Look at that. See, boy, Google don't even want to help you out.
History Facts Britannica. Okay. Here. No, just America. Oh, not 60%. 60%. U.S. Hold on here. 60%. America. There's 18. You gotta dig for this stuff. 1870. Black Americans in Congress. You gotta dig for this stuff sometimes. Because they're not gonna make it where it's just known.
Easy to find.
Yeah, you gotta dig for this stuff. And sometimes I actually just dig for stuff like this, because I've heard about it. Black Americans in Congress, 1870 to 2007. Okay. Committee of House Administration, House. I want to find the actual one that shows you. Congress. It's not going to tell you outright. You have to actually read and find this stuff out. Hold on here. Better. Battle stats on Congress. Reconstruction Black Congressman. 1870. It's hard to find when because it's not going to be easy to find.
Hey Calvin, I just typed in at what time did Congress have the most black representatives, and it pulled up something in Wikipedia that said a total of 153 African Americans served in Congress at one time.
Yeah, like I said, it was. I mean, if people's not going to tell you this stuff. What time did
Congress have the most black representatives?
I'm just doing something. And most of them back then were Republican. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, I do know them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just that top article right there.
Right here?
No, the one at the very top. That.
Oh, this one here.
Well, that's the one that was. Well, yeah, that's the one that popped up.
This is it.
Yeah.
This was back in. Oh, shit.
From
1877.
Yeah.
By the presidential election of 1876, only 3 state legislators were not controlled by white Democrats. Okay, the compromise of 1877 completed the period of redemption by white Democrat Southerners. With the withdrawal of federal troops from the South, state legislators began to pass Jim Crow laws to establish racial segregation. Okay. And restrict labor rights. Now, this was after after the time, like I said, when everything was great. This is when they started rolling back stuff, or rolling back, freedoms for African Americans. Because when they first signed the Master's Proclamation, it was just great. A total of 153 African Americans have served in the United States. That's talking about since that time.
Since that time.
I'm talking about at one time. This includes 6 non-voting members of House of Representatives. Was elected to the House in 1868. There was a time before that when they had a whole bunch of Republican Party to African Americans serving in the Senate. 1870 letter of the bill. Here's a picture of the during that time. But they made up the majority of the back then. There was a time when the majority of the House and the Senate was made up of African Americans, and this is stuff that we're not going to be taught. They're not going to make it widely known, but you got to be vigilant and know your history, know what's going on. Knowledge is power. I mean, you got to know what your work is. Okay. But anyway, there you have it. Like I said, I support this young man. He's doing great things. He's doing a great thing. He's got the biggest blood, which is like the earbuds. You guys know all this stuff. This guy did all this.
Nah, they don't tell you. I'm telling you. Yeah. They'll tell you this, man.
Wow.
Yeah, check that out. Wow. I mean, sleek design. I mean, look at that. So, yeah, look this guy up, man. Go to his website, look him up, send him a message on Facebook and stuff like that, and he'll respond to you. He's traveling a lot. He's running a multi-million-dollar company, so just give him some time. But he does respond. He's still reachable. He hasn't got to the point where he's just totally unreachable yet, because there will come a time when that will probably happen. If he continues on the path he's on, I think he's going to be one of our next billionaires. I mean, I really do. I mean, the guy's got some great. His company right now is teetering on the verge of getting to that stage where he's going to have to become a publicly traded company. Because when he breaks into that next set of figures right now, $62 million is his company's worth. That says a lot. For a company, that was started not too long ago, right?
Right.
So $62 million is where he's at now on his company's worth. So this is going to it's going to get bigger and better. There's his speakers. He has out a lot of speakers. He has out. He does his charging solutions. He has his own like Wi-Fi, like hotspot. Check that out. That's the charger phone. Just stay it on there. You charge your phone and the speakers and stuff. So yeah. This is Mr. Figures. No?
I told you, boy, they gonna wonder why all my folks getting Christmas gifts straight from.
Okay, because
you want to know what it is?
Hey, I'm getting everybody the figure stuff off of Christmas.
That's what I said. Everybody
figures,
yeah.
I'm gonna start bumping all this on Facebook. Y'all gonna see me sharing this on Facebook a lot. This guy is like here in Quincy, in our hometown, which is like 19 miles from Tallahassee. This guy's like a superhero. Literally. There are a few people that are. There's a lot of. Quincy, Florida has a lot of forward-thinking, great thinking guys that are doing big things. I think I told y'all before, about my uncle who is one of the founding members or the founding owners of AXA. Financial, Johnny George. He's vice president of AXA Financial Management. It's him. Gildery Hobley, who was the Harlem Globetrotters, passed already. One of my best friends, Otis Baker. Okay, that's another gentleman you all probably haven't heard of. But he and I played high school basketball together. We were roommates in college. He was the best man at my first wedding. He and I are real good friends to this day. Now, y'all know who the Shriners are? Y'all heard of the Shriners?
Masons?
Yeah, Masons, Shriners. He is the second highest ranking member in the Shriners Mason. There's one person that's above him, but that guy is just a figurehead. The oldest is the guy that is the front man for all of that. I woke up one morning, I was watching MSNBC, and there he was shaking hands and having a meeting with the Queen of England. I'm like, I called him up. Then I called him up, and he went to voicemail. And about 10 minutes later, he called me back. He was like, "Hey man, I'm kind of busy doing some things right now." I see. With the Queen, he was like, "Oh, you see that?" I go, "Yeah, I see that." But I mean, there's some people that are doing some really, really, really great things. His name is the oldest Victor. He is now the director of the city utilities here in Tallahassee also too. But he is like the head of the Shrine. I'm gonna show you some of this stuff here. There he is. See him right there? Right there in the middle? That's him. You look at, he's like 6'9". He's a basketball. He is like 6'9". So play basketball together in high school and in college. But he's, he is it when it comes to trying. His wife is an attorney. I'm here in town. But these are all people that are doing great things. And I try to associate myself with people like this. This is my circle. Okay? And it comes a point in your life when you know you have to surround yourself with the right people. Because if you surround yourself with the right people, they're going to influence you to be successful. And when you have those types of influences in your life, that's when, but that's him. That's him. Now, I tell you, they have a lot of influence. They have a lot of influence. I tell you, that's, a lot of y'all don't know that. Some of y'all probably don't know nothing about this. Okay? But those who do, you know what I'm talking about, right? So those of you who know about this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is what they do, who they are. Passport, we have no. He's got a picture here with him and the Queen of England. They met with I mean, his pictures, but if you go to his profile, go to his pictures and stuff, and and if you're friends with him, you'll see some of his pictures and stuff. With him, and types of stuff. But, they're doing some great things. All right. All right, everybody. I think that's enough of the history lesson and the kind of bring y'all up to speed on certain things. But yeah, go out and support people like this. And not just this guy, but there are others. And you all probably know some people in your area that are doing great things, and just try to support them. But stuff like this, we don't even, half the time we don't know about it. You know, we'll go out and buy the apples and buy the stuff, but this stuff like this that is just as good, if not even better.
Right.
You know, and you know, and you just you know, don't really know about it. Great packages. Got the, so here's the phones. Regular package F3 with free F with the free F buds. You know, $3.99. The F3 phone with free F buds and speakers. So he has package deals that you all can see.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that offered by anybody else. You see the package deals and stuff. You don't really see that. But he has package deals. And I was really in love with this one. The F1, that was his first one. Right there. I had one of those. I was really in love with that one. I kept that one for a long time. I never got the F2. I just kept that one for a long time. And I remember when something happened, and but I had like 3 phones at the time. I had this, I had Samsung, and I had an Apple. But now I'm going to get back to doing the figures thing and just, you know, stick with it. So he's doing some great things. All right, everybody. I will see you all back here on Saturday at 10:15. So don't miss it. I hope y'all got a lot out of tonight. I know when we post this, we probably going to get some negative feedback.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, we're going to get some negative feedback. What are you doing? Are you teaching
They're gonna tell you it's Afronomics. That's what they're gonna tell you.
Yeah, you know, I mean, what are you doing? Are you teaching freight broking and dispatch, or are you teaching Black history? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
They'll have something to say.
I'm just sharing with you know, with my colleagues, you know, things that concern them and things that can help them be better in what they're doing, be better entrepreneurs, be, you know, better business people. One of them stories of inspiration. Because, you know, this stuff is inspiring and uplifting. You know, I don't care what. I'm serious. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what color you are. This is inspiring stuff.
Yeah.
You know, someone who was.
We appreciate it, fam.
Yeah, someone who was thrown away in a dumpster at birth.
It don't get no better.
And to rise to this level of success.
We need the positivity.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that they didn't know what was throwing away. I mean, can you imagine that? They didn't know what they was throwing away. I'm going to share this to you. This is his story right here. So I'm going to share this with you all. You want to check that out for yourself. But this is his story. And it's just phenomenal. There it is. I'm going to take that out. That's his story. The guy was literally that computer he had at age 9 that he fixed. So this guy's, I mean, just his story is just so inspirational. And that's that shoe he developed for his father. Had dementia, but the little stuck it in it. So that's when he was like 10 or 11 years old now. Think about that.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah. I mean, I remember these write-ups. I remember all those write-ups in the paper about him. I remember all those. Now, he built a cloud computer service for a car dealership at age 13. At 13. But they say this guy's a scam. This guy's great, though. Anyway. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's like you said, believe in what you do. Don't let people talk down to you. People will not see your vision, and they will not know your passion. So, words to live by, man. Okay. So, good night, everybody.
All right, thank you.
All right, Calvin, appreciate it, man. We check you Saturday.
All right, y'all have a great night.
You do the
too.
same.
Thanks.